first. This is not even about the women. It's about Tyler Perry continuing to show us with the success of his trauma bonding movies that as far as dating and relationships go in this country, the women are ruined. They're ruined, brothers. And there's really nothing that can change it. They're ruined. They have so many traumatic experiences that, and the thing is, they all don't have many traumatic experiences, but they're not built to deal with many traumatic experiences. They all may have one traumatic experience, maybe two. And it changes their life forever. It alters their outlook on the world forever. Y'all understand what I'm telling you? It alters their outlook on the world forever. And so they have this one experience with one man or two men or three men, but all be the same type of man, or it all be the same type of job, or it all be the same type of friend, or it all be the same type of situation. They deal with all of the same things. So you see a woman with 4 kids by 4 men with no help. She had 4 kids by the exact same sorry, no good type of man. She chose the exact same type of man all 4 times. You mean tell me not once could she even decide that I'm gonna choose something different? That I'm gonna choose me a sucker this time. I'm gonna choose me a guy that's willing to come in and be a stepdad to all 3 of these kids by 3 men. Those men exist, but instead of even getting one of those stepdad guys, she would continue to go and get the exact same type of man. And then what you gonna do when you meet that woman? Deal with that trauma that she got from that? Knock down those walls that she didn't put up? Man, it ain't but one set of walls I'm knocking down, man, and them the walls in her drawers. I ain't knocking down no more walls. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scaling no walls. I ain't building no walls. I ain't doing none of that, man. So here's what we're gonna do first, man. I got something I want to show y'all first, man. Matter of fact, let's just dive into it. All right. So we're gonna watch a clip with Paul Pierce. And he's going to say exactly what I'm saying. In order for you to get a wife now, you got to go outside of America. Because you got to think about this. I know what I've faced in this country as a black man. But God called me to take the vow of Nazarite when I was 20. Maybe 21. When I was just about to turn 21, as a matter of fact. He called me to take the vow of Nazarite young. So I found out the light, which way the light shines, and I was able to navigate this environment with the guidance of God. These girls don't have that. They go to church. There ain't no guidance in church. I got a piece of content for y'all coming up tomorrow, man, that's going to prove that. There ain't no guidance in church. If we really get rocking tonight, man, I'll do it tonight during this show. So, water, man, water time. Hold up. All right. So here's what I want y'all to understand, and I want y'all to keep this in mind. You don't have to talk bad about a woman because she's going through something. You don't have to even talk bad about women because they trauma bonded like this. It's not bad. It's not good. It's true. And I want y'all to understand why it's true. Because they're not nearly as strong, independent, or confident as they would want you to believe they are. They just aren't. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no knock on women at all. They just aren't that's just not them. It's not them. So hold up. I got one clip I want to show y'all right quick before we get into this thing. I got one clip. Let me send it over. I'm gonna airdrop it, man, from my phone, man. I got to show y'all this clip. Y'all got to see this clip. It's from very popular chick on IG, man. And I want y'all to see this. I got to let y'all see this. All right, here's the first clip of the day, man. I got to show y'all this clip. All right, y'all peep game on this clip. This clip is going to define the show for us today. Y'all check it out.
When I see all them videos and women are like, black men are this and black men are that, I shut the fuck up because, sorry, I can't agree, babes. Every single flavor of a black man is delicious. Can you say delicioso? What are you talking about? Y'all be acting like the 2 black men you've came across equals the whole population of black men. You've never been to the South. You've never met more country-looking black men. You've never met more, proper men. What? There's so many different types of black men. You got the anime lovers, the gym goers. You guys date scammers and thugs, and then you go, yeah, all you fucking black men. Yeah, that's why you think that. That's why you think that. Because you're dating Pookie and Ray Rays when you could date men that actually are nice to you. Men that actually like you. You don't want to date the nerdy black men. You don't want to date the men that go to the gym. You don't want to date the men that have a skincare routine, that take care of themselves because they're sassy. You don't want to date those. So shut the fuck up. If you don't like black men, be quiet because you're ruining it for all of us. Shut up now.
That's really what it is, brothers. They date these guys and mate with these guys who are absolute scum. And then turn around and say, well, all of you must be the same. No, you just don't have enough sense to look at the error of your ways. You see the same characteristics in every man, and you just date the same man over and over again. The last man that was just like him, from the same place as him, in the same gang as him, did the same jail time as him, dropped out in the 8th grade the same as him, out here hustling on the corner the same as him, felon in possession of a handgun the same as him. You just rock with him again. And that's why I'm telling you, man, it's over here. Because whatever trauma she has had, she believes that you will give her the same trauma.
Men, no matter what race you is, based on like our influences, what we watch on TV, what we glorify, I think we really got to go overseas to find that.
No.
Them traits that you're talking about, because they exuberate all that.
That's wild.
They look at all that.
I mean, I'm from a different country, so
No, I think like, because I'll be looking like, damn, it ain't really about who got money. When you go to Europe, when you go to China, when you go to these countries, they like when you look at the statistics, let's look at the statistics. And this just not me going off of my experience. This is me like, damn, the Americans got the highest divorce rates.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
We
not
don't
even
have no
close.
morals.
Yeah, exactly. So like, damn, why wouldn't an American say like, man, I should give me an international girl because they more they give their man and treat them like this and appreciate more. I mean,
So this is what I'm
I just
saying.
feel like if like, damn, I go over here, I need to play my percentages. Like, man, Germany, they 30%. Okay, Switzerland.
Well, maybe you need to go
10%
over
divorce
there
rate.
and see what's going on.
10% divorce rate in Australia. Okay, New Zealand, 1%. Oh, damn, I need to go to.
So let me ask this.
I want to talk to you about.
Now, we're gonna stop right there on the Paul Pierce joint. And I'll say this before we get into Tyler Perry little speech, man, before we dive into it and break down. We're not gonna break down full films, but I've listed 15 of his movies, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched these movies, so I would know what they're about. And I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, man, I just watched all of them for this show. By 4 of them I had already watched, but it's 15 of them. So including Straw, which I did watch, and the other 3 that I had already watched, I watched the rest of these movies. You know what I mean? So I could come in and give you specifics about what they're about, what they represent. And so we could see the trend here. And we could see that Tyler Perry's #1 fan is the American black woman. They love him. They blew him up from the plays. Y'all remember they used to run to these plays? And see, here's the crazy thing. We're men. We didn't even know that Madea was a dude until the movies came out. And in the beginning, I still wasn't sure. You know what I mean? But in the beginning, when they was running to those plays, we had no idea when they was going to Madea this and Madea that, that this was a dude who was dressing up like Madea. We had no idea. But they're the reason that he was able to transition this into the position he's in Hollywood right now. But just keep that in mind. All right. So what we're going to listen to this first clip, we're going to listen to Tyler Perry on this first clip. This is when he just won an award, I guess at the BET Awards, whatever. You're going to hear him talk all of this pro-blackness and how all about the kings and queens and all of that. And we're going to dive into these films that he has had the opportunity to do whatever he wanted to do. He runs his own film company. He's able to put out whatever he wants to put out because he's bankable, and he continues to put out this shit. And then there's one movie in here that's going to represent, this is the movie that Black women didn't watch, that they should have watched, that probably would have triggered something in them. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's honestly, it's really the only movie that he's made that I like. And it's called Jazzman's Blues. But we'll get down to that in a minute. Let's get back into it. All right, hold up, man. I was about to do something. Let me do this right here, man. Hey, look, man, you want to be a part of this live chat, man? Go to the main channel page. Next to the subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Click that join button, and it'll let you on in the chat, man. Because right now, we about to close this chat right now to members only, man. Everybody can watch the show, but only members can be in the chat right now, man. All right, so let's get into it, man.
Oh, damn, I need to go to...
So let me ask this.
I want to talk to you about this thing that is happening in this country, and I want you to pay attention to it. Don't miss this. They are removing our books from libraries. They are removing our stories and our history. They are removing our names from government buildings. It's as if someone wants to erase our footprints. Because what we need to understand is that if our children don't know our history, they won't know our power. But the truth of the matter, it's impossible to erase our footprints because we left them on water. What I mean by that is, we were snatched from our homeland, brought across the ocean, and left footprints all the way to America. When they tried to silence a king named King to keep his voice down, it still echoes through generations to generations to generations, because you cannot erase our footprints. They literally took the jewels out of the crowns in our crowns in Africa, put them in their own crowns and in their museums, trying to erase our history, but yet and still, we still rise as kings and queens. They went into...
Now, I want y'all to think about this. Here's a man that's talking about kings and queens, and you look at his portrayal of Black women in all of these movies. The same queens he's talking to right now, look at his betrayal of them. His portrayal is a betrayal. You know what I mean? His portrayal is a betrayal, and they don't even understand it. But let's finish.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, and tried to burn down Black Wall Street. But yes, we are still building businesses, making our way, building companies, becoming CEOs, because we are still building, still leaving footprints. So this is not the time to be silent. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to dig in and keep leaving footprints everywhere you go. I can tell you this. I have made more Black millionaires, hear me when I say this, than any studio in this city combined, because I'm making footprints.
The narcotics industry, the illegal narcotics industry has made more Black millionaires than legal pharmaceuticals. You understand what I'm saying? What are we talking about? When you hear someone run to the money to define their accomplishments, then they look at that as the most valuable thing they provide. See, when you talk about kings and queens and all of this, and then you turn right around and say, I've made more Black millionaires and blah, that's fine, bro. Cool. You made some Black millionaires. But what did you do for the Black reputation? All those millionaires you made, how did you make them? What was the foundation of your message? What was the foundation of your image?
So I don't care if you're struggling, if you're trying to make it, you're trying to build a business. If you have a dream, keep making footprints. Don't let anybody stop you. You can do it. And the last thing I'll say to you is this. Hear me when I say this. Don't let your worry be greater than your faith.
Now, we played that just as, actually, honestly, I was already set up for the show and somebody sent me that clip. So it worked out the way it was supposed to work out because that clip almost didn't make it in the show. But when I got it, I was like, oh yeah, that's how you intro these movies. Now we're going to get into these movies now, man. And I don't have no clips from these movies and then like that, man. I didn't want to go through all that and deal with all that because right now, you know, the way he feeling, man, he might stop the stream or as soon as I play a clip from one of his movies, man. But what I do have all of the artwork for every movie that we're going to cover. We're going to cover them in succession. Y'all stick around to the last one. Straw is going to be the last one that we cover because Straw is almost like the grand finale of all of these different characters that he put into place in his earlier movies, right? Now I got to try to make sure I can remember what all these movies about because I didn't make no notes about what they're about. So let's check it out.
I say nothing to those people who think that my films focus on the struggle of Black women because they're right. It does.
I say nothing to people who say that my film focus on the struggle of Black women because it does.
I'm in doing this. Let me tell you something. If I get an opportunity to put a Black woman on screen for people to see them in love, in happy, in joy, in pain, in struggle, what I'm doing is a service to all people so that people will know that Black women are not just strong and one thing. They are all things and they go through all of these different things. So to have an opportunity to be able to paint all of these pictures in all sides of it is something that I'm paying homage to my mother, to my aunt, to my sisters and friends and cousins and the things that they all went through. So that's what I would say to that.
So basically what he's saying is, he's saying that no matter what kind of strides they may have made now, he's still focusing on stuff. This man in his 50s, man, almost 60 years old. He focusing on the stuff that his mama went through, that his sisters went through, that his cousins went through, that his friends went through. What about now, bruh? What about now? When a woman could just cut on a camera in front of herself, put on some sexy clothes, man, and make a nice earning for herself, make a nice living for herself. When a woman could do what she's already been doing for free, and then set up a camera and do it behind a paywall and make hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands at least. What we talking about? So what we're hearing is a man who's saying, I'm going to keep using the same trauma that women have always experienced, and that's what I'm going to make my movies for. All right, so let's get into the movies now. All right. The first two movies we're going to talk about Meet the Browns. Now, Meet the Browns had Angela Bassett in it. She was looking good too. And it had Rick Fox in it. You know what I'm saying? The former Lakers star Rick Fox. Now, she was a woman who had nothing. She was, again, the same story. Single mom, no help with her kid, struggling to pay bills, can't pay her rent, can't pay the daycare lady, the after school care lady, can't pay nobody. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, listen, brother, going to work and just ain't got enough money to do nothing with. Let me tell y'all something. If you getting up every day going to work and you can't pay your rent, you can't pay the daycare lady, you ain't got no food in the house, you ain't got no phone, your lights get cut off, what you doing with the money? You mean tell me you don't make enough money to do nothing? You getting up every day going to work and you ain't got enough money to do nothing. You can't pay 2 bills and make arrangement on the third one. You can't do nothing. That's the first thing I notice in his movies. No matter how hard a woman is working, she just ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing. And the only ones who can seem to have something and pay their bills is the one who ain't got nobody. They ain't got no children. They ain't got none of that. But so in this movie, here's a woman who has nothing. Go down to the country. Family don't know who she is. And she get down there and they got a house for her down there. And here she is. She meets this dude right here. And suddenly, this woman with these 2-3 kids, Here's this man that thinks she the best. A woman with 2 or 3 kids and nothing. Here's this man that thinks she's the best thing since sliced bread. Well, if this is the case, if this is what happens, if you can have nothing and have all of this baggage and get an amazing man, why y'all always talking about how bad black men are? You could get a man. But how come this don't never happen to you? How come you go get another dirty dog? How come you go get another dude? Now, her son was a basketball player, and he's pretty good. So when he got on, his dad popped back up. Come on, bruh. Y'all put a one in the chat and tell me, man, when in real life y'all done seen this happen right here, and then all of a sudden the baby daddy that wasn't there just popped back up on the scene. Unless the son go looking for him. You see what I mean? These boys go looking for their dad. These girls go looking for their dad. Ain't nobody just keeping track and then just pop up. So there you go. Damsel in distress. All these movies are going to be the same. All right. The Family That Prays is actually one of the most toxic movies ever. This is one of his worst ones. Here we have Sanaa Lathan in a role that probably typecast her. But here she is. She's got this wonderful husband, hard-working husband. You hear him always talking about, I love a hard-working man. Yeah, I know you do. Hard-working husband. She's educated, got a little career, but she's sleeping with her boss. Boss got I'm talking about, man, about $300,000 in the bank, dog. The man see the money. Now, here's the thing. Not only is his wife sleeping with her boss, she is selling herself to her boss. All they do, they got a meeting set up every week on a Wednesday at a hotel. And he just breaking bread with her to just come through, knock stuffing out the Egg McMuffin and send her home smelling like the boss. And she going right along with it. Going right up in there, dog. I'm talking about, man, look, dropping dollars on her. You understand me? He finds the money, goes into the account, get the money out. Him and his homie, they finna start a business together. With him and his brother-in-law, they about to start a business together. He get the money out, put the down payment on some things. They go into business. Man, the way she disrespected him, dog, she hit him in the face with money when he found out about it. Everybody knew about it but him because he just was so blinded by the fact that she was this amazing broad, right? When she confronted him about the money, his brother-in-law went on, told her, man, everybody know, man, she can't, man, she always she be with the boss, man. Everybody know it. Everybody know it but you. They talking about you behind your back. He turned around, man, and pow, backhand over the counter in her mama restaurant. She jumped up, said, you can have all that money, hit him in the face. And they got a son, dog. He asked her, she said, you get some boxes and get out of my house. Now, here it is. The man living with her, right? When the man lived with her, she could do whatever she wanted to do because she could put him out, right? We know this already. When he asked her about his son, what you gonna tell our son? She told him, man, her son belonged to the boss man. Now, here's the thing. Her boss was white. Her husband was black. At some point, if you're a black man and your son has a white father, you can look at that boy and tell he ain't yours. But that's beside the point. The point is, it showed all of the worst of a black woman in that film, and they loved it. When I tell you they loved it, they loved it. And here's what William Cartwright wife told her. She thought she was finna go meet him that last time at the hotel. The wife was there. She said, you might well go home to your husband. You ain't gonna never meet him here no more. And if I catch you around again, there's gonna be some trouble for you. She went home. Now she ain't got no man at all. And listen, she ran up on the boss, man. She ran up on William Cartwright at the job because he got fired. His mama fired him. He got fired, dog. And when she ran up on him, she said, we have a baby. He said, do we? Hopped in the car, drove off on her, man. She fell in the parking lot, man. She fell in the middle of the parking lot, crying like a baby. One of his biggest movies, dog. They loved it. They loved it. You understand? They loved it. Told that man, you will never be William Cartwright. Bruh. But listen, let's keep going. Let's keep going. It gets better. It gets better. Now, on Daddy's Little Girl, this was, I ain't lying, boy. He always keep the bad ones in there though. This one had Gabrielle Union back when she was bad. And Idris Elba, man, he was a dude from the hood, right? Dude from the hood. He got jammed up when he was in high school, man, because he had the white girl. He messed with the white girl, and then her dad, you know how that was back in them days. Her dad just said, man, he overtook her. He took something from her. He took it from her. She didn't give it to him willingly. He ended up doing some time, man. He was a hell of a ball player. Lost everything, man, behind that. And so here, the educated woman, what her name is? Gabrielle Union. She was educated, man. Had a degree. She was a lawyer, right? And man, listen, bro. Don't remember the last time she had no wood, right? She was one of those women who that was so focused on her career, focused on her career. She didn't even know how to be sexy. She didn't know how to be intimate. She didn't know how to be sexual. She didn't know how to be nothing. Now, in this movie, she ends up with this guy, right? She ends up with him. He's just a mechanic. And he ended up being her driver, dog. End up with the driver. Her friends like, man, how you gonna do this? This poor broke thing right here, blah, blah, blah. She ended up with the driver. They love this movie. But here's the thing. Broke women don't want to be with the driver. All these women want a baller. So this one just tickled their fantasy. This just tickled their fancy. This was a romantic film for them. It was romance for them. Now, of course, he got the hood ratchet baby mama who does what? Link up with a D-boy. Trying to get his daughters involved in it. He got three daughters with the same hood rat. Now, you see that? When he want to juxtapose a hood chick versus a successful woman, he won't do the hood chick that bad, right? He won't do the hood chick that bad. So this hood chick got three daughters, but they all by the same man. Bro, let me tell you something. You ain't finna go to no projects nowhere in the United States of America and find a woman that got three children and they all by the same man. I'm not saying there aren't any outliers, but boy, you got to search far and wide. We should call the Guinness Book of World Records when we find that one woman in the projects that got 3 or 4 kids by the same man. She had them all by the same man. So, because otherwise you can't even juxtapose those two extremes against one another. So she was ratchet, hood, and so he ended up with the chick. I ain't gonna lie. This one actually wasn't that bad. This one wasn't that bad, just to be honest with you. It wasn't that bad, but it showed them that it don't matter who you are. In the other movie, you can be poor, broke, whatever. You can get a good man. In this one, you could be rich, successful, whatever. You could be mean as a rattlesnake, get a man. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You can still get a man. Now, Why Did I Get Married had a bunch of different parts into it. And I ended up watching both of these, man. Now, all these women are married. I'm going to be honest with you. When the last time you seen 4 married women together? All right. So in this one, you got the big girl who getting absolutely destroyed. And here's the thing. In real life, the big girls be the one that have men that won't leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? The big girls be the ones. The big girl be the one have somebody hooked on them. But she get absolutely dogged out. Husband sleep with her best friend. Bring her best friend to the damn reunion with him. Make her drive up there by herself. While they all fly, she got to drive through the mountains in the snow by herself. Man, ain't no black woman finna drive through no mountains in no snow by herself. That's not realistic, but it doesn't matter. Any bit of trauma that they have experienced, they just buy into it. They just believe, well, somebody done went through it. It don't even be realistic, man. You know good and well, man, that woman ain't drove up through the mountains by herself. And here's the thing. Nobody went out looking for a nothing. Nobody did anything. Nobody, they didn't call out, try to get 911 to look for it or nothing, dog. So they finally got there. Everything went down. Homie got a baby mama, and his baby mama is he probably still knocking her down. At some point, he was still knocking her down. Man, his wife sat at the table. He was burning, right? He was burning. He had an STI. So his homie was a doctor. He got an injection from his homie to get rid of the STI. Man, his wife sat at the table and told him, "No, you ain't get it from your baby mama. You got it from me. I got it from this dude right here. I got my shot. I was just waiting on you to get yours." The woman sat and told the man that I got this from another dude and gave it to you. Man, y'all think about it, brothers. I'm telling you, man. It's a serious situation when you think about it. And then the big girl end up staying there with the sheriff of the town. Come on, man. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. His movies tell women that there's always a man for you somewhere. No matter how much trauma you have, no matter how distraught you are, no matter how you feel about yourself, no matter how you feel about the man, no matter how you feel about the world, there's always somebody there for you. And it's just not realistic. So they don't feel like they have to improve themselves because there's always a man there for you. Don't worry about your trauma. Yeah, bring your trauma on. There's a man who will love you through it. All right. Madea's family reunion. This one was bad. This one has so many foul things to it, bro. And this is one of his biggest ones. So you got this woman, Lynn Whitfield. She has 2 daughters. The younger daughter is about to marry a rich man, but he beats the brakes off of her. I'm talking about, man, put hands on her about anything. Leave her swole up and bowled up, dog, all the time. But the mama's so into the money that if she try to flee him and go home, the mama will tell him, come on, get her, right? That ain't the worst of it. Her older daughter don't like her because when the older daughter was a little girl, she used to sell her for bill money to the younger girl's father. Y'all ain't listen to me. She used to dress her daughter up to go in the room to be with the younger daughter's father so he would stay there and help pay the bills, dog. That's what would happen. And I want y'all to think about that, man. Think about that. Let me tell y'all something that happens with human beings. We support what resonates with us. We support what we like. And we support what we need. Those are the 3 things we support. We support what we need. We support what we like. And we support what resonates with us. What represents us. Those are the only 3 things we support. We don't support things we don't like. We don't support things that don't resonate with us. We just don't. And we don't support things we don't need. Even if we don't need it, we think we need it. We feel like we need it. We believe we need it. You can't sell me something. But if I know I don't need it, you can't sell it to me. I got a camera right here I'm filming on. Panasonic S5 II. Can't nobody come in here and try to sell me a Panasonic S5 II because I don't need it. You understand me? Can nobody come in here and sell me the Panasonic S5 version 1 because I got the 2. You can't sell me that. I don't need it. I got a 50mm f1.8 lens on here. And you can't sell me that again because I don't need it. You can't sell me a 50mm f.28. I don't need it. I got this Shure SMB mic right here. Well, you can't sell me the SM7V. You can't sell me the the SMV, SMX7, whatever it is, the smaller version. I ain't gonna lie, I got that one too. But you can't sell it to me because I don't need it. We support what we like, what we need, what we want, what we desire, what resonates with us. And so they support these movies because they see themselves in it. I tell y'all all the time, there aren't many women that I've met who didn't tell me about a situation they had where somebody touched them inappropriately growing up. And I've met a lot of women in a lot of places. I don't just mean women that I've met for my own intimate relationships. I mean women that I've met. There's only been one woman that I've ever met who opened up to me and said that nothing had ever happened to her. And, you know, she's told me some things. So I don't think she would lie about that. Believe me, she shared some things. So when you think about it, this resonates with can you imagine the type of trauma that a woman has from dealing with something like that, bro? Can you imagine the type of drama that's in a woman's brain for dealing with something like that? And the oldest daughter who she had sold to the man, she was ruined, dog. When I say she was mentally and emotionally ruined, and here's this man, she got 2 kids. And here's this guy, he's just gonna show up and he gonna love her through it all. It was Boris Kojo. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a man that women consider desirable. They're just gonna bail these women out of their situation. It never happens. It be a low-level dude. It don't be a dude that finna come in, provide and protect. It be a dude that you got to provide for. And so, and of course, he's a bus driver. So you look at all these movies, these women end up with just the regular guy. Okay, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Here's another one. This was Elise Neal. Elise Neal, she was bad too back then too, man. I'm telling you, boy, he caught them all when they were bad. But so when you look at it, except Taraj, she caught her kind of old on the back end of her career. But when you look at this one, here's a woman. She's with a rich man, a wealthy man. He leaves her for what? A foreign woman, a woman that a light bright that's mixed with something else. You know what I'm saying? Foreign woman. They just threw her to the side. And I'm talking about, man, put her out the house and she couldn't get back in. It was nighttime, man. Just put her out the house, man. Had a moving company come move her stuff for her, man. Just got her out of there. So one of the movers liked her. Now I want you to tell me when you've seen a woman that was with a baller, a rich man, and now she's with a guy that worked for a moving company. Don't own the moving company, work for the moving company. And then he work at a factory too. But let's finish though. Let's finish. She goes there. She has nothing. I mean, she leaves there. He got everything. She don't want to divorce him and take nothing because she's in love with the factory worker guy, right? She don't want to take nothing. She's just going to go and be with the factory worker guy. Now, she gets her chance for payback because the husband, he gets shot and he's paralyzed for a while. She nurses him back, but man, she roughs him up a bit first. So she gets her payback and then he wants her back. But she don't want him. She's found the true meaning of love. She's found that a man ain't got to have nothing for her. Man, y'all put a 1 in the chat if that shit resonated in this society. When the last time you met a woman who didn't have nothing and didn't care if you didn't have nothing? When the last time you met a woman who got something and didn't care if you had nothing? I'll wait. These are the types of things that they love, man. They love to see a woman all just get knocked down all the way to the gutter and then rise up in one of these Tyler Perry movies. That's what they like to see, brothers. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, man. We're going to try to get through these things. Of course, this is just part 2 why I get married. Now, I'll tell you this. Now, remember this. You remember the big girl whose husband cheated on her with her best friend. right up under her nose. She ain't bought the best friend to the place. Was sneaking out of the room with his wife, going in the room with the best friend while they were on the vacation, right? Left out the door, hit me back of the head with a wine bottle, and left out the door. That's how they ended. Now he's back. She's married to the sheriff now. The ex-husband is back. He's got cancer. Guess who's at his house? Them two alone, trying to help him heal. Once they get back. Guess. His ex-wife. The big woman is right back there, helping the ex-husband who dogged her out, going over there behind her husband's back, dog. Which just goes to show you, if a woman is bonded emotionally to a man, and that's her imprint, ain't nothing you can do about it. She always gonna have a soft spot for that man. That man always have a piece of her heart, a piece of her body, a piece of her soul, a piece of her mind, dog. Ain't nothing you could do about it. And what happened? She could do that, and the husband ain't gonna leave her. Why? Because she's a black woman in a Tyler Perry movie. Janet Jackson's character, she'd mess around and forgot to buckle her kid in, man. Kid died in a car accident. Now I want y'all to see something. It was her fault. Her and her husband didn't get along no more. And I just want you to look and see how fast her friends were there to back her, even though she was wrong. The husband ended up, listen, this is how twisted it is. She didn't strap her son in. He died in a car wreck. Her husband ended up dying in a car wreck. Now, years later, guess who she ended up meeting? The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He just happened to be somebody who needed to be at the school to talk to her. And he's showing us some groupie love. Come on, bro. You can't make this up. Listen, it's like in his movies, women have 9 lives. They always land on their feet like cats, dog. All right, let's keep it moving, man. I don't want to be in here too long. All I really remember about this one was so forgetful. All I remember is Tiana Taylor playing the worst baby mama you could ever have, man. I mean, bro, let me tell you something. The toxicity of her was just bad. I couldn't even really watch it, man. I couldn't really watch it. I ain't gonna lie. This was one of the ones, man, I couldn't really watch. All I remember is her being that type of toxic baby mama, man. That's all I can remember. I can't remember much else. I think one of the women, the dark skinned lady was their mom. I can't remember her name, but I think she was their mom. And the oldest daughter, who had some paper, she ended up like dogging her mom out, and then her mom died while she was gone. She didn't get a chance to see her before she died. I think I remember that from it as well. But it just goes to show you, man, these women who had these professional women dog, man, they are experts at dogging the people they love out. Like they're experts. And now that I got some money and I don't need you, I'm gonna tell you how I really feel about the trauma that I blame you for in my life growing up. And I'm talking about, man, she was mean to her mama, dog, real mean to her. All right, that's enough on that one. All right. Temptation is one of them ones. In this movie, here's another woman. Good, hardworking husband. He's a pharmacist, which really, he ain't got a bad job, man. I think he owns his own pharmacy. So he ain't got a bad job, but he's just a guy that get up every day, go to work, loved his light-skinned woman to death. She meets this famous guy, right? And leaves her husband for the famous guy. Leaves her husband. Ends up going over there, of course. Famous guy putting hands on her, got her doing all type of narcotics, and gave her HIV. Now she's got to go to, and when she was laid out, stretched out, guess who went in there and found her? The husband went in there and found her, pulled her out of there, put hands on the dude, came in there and rescued her. Got her some help, got her what she needed. But in this one, he moved on and got him a wife. You understand me? He moved on and got him a woman that thought he was the star. You got to understand, brothers, that it just goes to show that a woman will be with you. And this is one of the ones, and some of these, he shines such a negative white light on them, dog. I don't even know why they support it. It just goes to show that a woman will marry you, let you take care of her and give her a comfortable life, all the while knowing that she wants something else. And when the opportunity comes to get that thing, she's going to go get it. She's going to go get it. Women always try to blame the man for why they cheating on their husband. Well, you didn't do this, or I wanted this, or I deserve this, or blah, blah, blah. Well, why don't you go get it outside of my house while you paying your own damn bill, providing for yourself? They ain't gonna do it like that, though. Good deeds. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. Good deeds, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry and he and his family, they owned a business, man. A very successful company. They were wealthy. And this lady, man, she had a kid. I think it was a daughter, and she was just a housekeeper. Like, she was struggling. Here she is struggling. I think it was Thandi Newton. She was struggling, man. I'm talking about, man, struggling bad. Had to bring her child up there, man, to put in the break room somewhere while she was working cleaning up the building. Another one of those stories where here this woman is. I mean, ain't got no help with her kid. Ain't got no education. Ain't really got nothing. You understand? And for some strange reason, this successful man, business owner, was drawn to her. And women still didn't get it. You know why he was drawn to her? Because she was appreciative. She was appreciative. She wanted to do for herself, wanted to do her own thing, but she was appreciative. All men want to be is appreciated. Not used, appreciated. And when this man, for the first time in his life, had a woman that appreciated him. Now, he was married now. But he realized that his wife was just with him for the money. Man, let me tell y'all something, bruh. If you don't know it, and because you haven't figured it out yet, and you ain't applied the prism of the ism to your life yet, it's a wake-up call to realize that your woman is only with you for the money. That if you fell off today, she'll be gone tomorrow. It's a wake-up call for a lot of guys. And many times, if you don't fall off, you'd never know it. But then when you come across a woman that shows you genuine appreciation, then you figure it out. And even with that, these women just believe that they can be broke and still have a bad attitude, and they're gonna end up with some successful man. They skip all right past the part with the attitude, and they don't realize that if you don't have a humble, appreciative attitude, it ain't nothing that a made man can do with you, but play with you. Play with you, not stay with you. And that's really all it is. Now, that's all I remember from that one, man. I don't remember nothing else from that one. I know that his family was against it, and she knew it, so it took her a minute to come around. But he finally just did what he wanted to do. But here's the thing. He gave up everything that he had to be with her. He gave up everything that he had to be with her. We've seen that in other movies where a man loses everything to be with a woman. And they live in this fantasy world where they believe that's just going to happen to them. That's why they sleep with so many different men. That's why you show, man, listen, these women truly believe that, let's say me. Let's say I ain't going to do this, but let's say me, because I don't want to call nobody else's name who's actually done it. But let's say I meet a woman and she in my DM and I fly her in. I fly in, man. She have an amazing time with me. I mean, she live a nice little ball of life for a couple of days, maybe 2-3 days, maybe 3-4 days if she real sweet. And she come through, man. And then she leave, and I give a couple thousand. She go back home thinking that I'm the Tyler Perry movie for her. But you know what she realizes quickly? That was my fee to act like you ain't never seen me. And now she's gone. She came and had a good time. She got those 2 bands, got to fly in and out first class. And now it's over. So now her mindset becomes maybe there's something she didn't do. So now she's available to be flown in and out of these different cities by these different men because she thinks she gonna catch somebody like that. And then she just turns into somebody, man, who just sell herself for money until she age out of that. But let's keep going. Now, the 688, man, was actually a decent movie, man. This company of women, man, like 800 of them, they end up having to go to it was one, I think it was World War II, to sort out some mail. The mail was 3 years behind. People weren't getting their letters in and out from their family, and soldier morale. You know what I'm saying? War morale. And they went in, man, they fixed it up. Yeah, they went through the things that you would go through if you were black during those times, and they were women. This actually wasn't a bad movie, dog. I don't have too many bad things to say about this one. He actually showed black women in a pretty good light in this one, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That they accomplished something major. It's a small thing, but it's a small thing on the surface. But when you see the amount of work that had to get done, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This was a good one. It's kind of like the other one he did. I can't remember what it's called, man. Where these girls mapped the coordinates for the space flight to the moon. That right there, that was another good movie, man. I can't remember if he directed that one or not, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I support those kind of movies. This movie right here, I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was a really good movie, dog. I can't lie to him. This is what he should be doing all the time. This is the only movie that he's made that fits into the narrative that he was talking earlier on when he was talking that crazy talk about how kings and queens and all of that. He ain't got another movie, not on this list. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got another movie on this list. He got this one, and I think maybe he did do the other one. I can't remember what it's called. No, I don't think he did that one. No, he didn't do that one. He didn't do that one. That one his. But so this is the only movie that he's done that has any substance to it like that. And you think about all of the movies he's done, all of the movies they support, and you realize that he don't ever give them no substance. This is it. All right. Mea Culpa with Kelly Rowland. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's an hour and a half of my life I'll never get back. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Absolutely horrible movie, dog. Bad. I mean, I don't even think he thought this one through. Storyline was bad. I mean, acting wasn't that good, man. It was just bad, dog. Cinematography is always on point with him, though. You know what I'm saying? His camera guys and DP, they know what the hell they doing, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. This just wasn't one of the ones, man. It really didn't have the plot was shallow. You know, the plot was real shallow. A bunch of freaky shit going on, man. It was just wild, man. I ain't like it at all. But it just showed that at the right time in the right space, a woman to do anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why those girls trip is just if you can get a little woman to let her hair down, you can get her to do anything. That's what happened on these girls trips. You know what I'm saying? There's a motto that me and my partners had. While you letting your girl go on girls trips, we going on guys trips to meet your girl on the girls trips. And man, let me tell you something. Cruises, girls trips, all of that, man. These girls be going getting bucket wild. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, they get bucket naked. They don't care if you respect it. I ain't lying to you. They be getting out there. Yeah, HG, that's what it was. Hidden Figures was a good movie, man. Hidden Figures was top notch, man. I think it was one of the better movies I've seen, bro, to just be honest with you. All right, so that's all about Mea Culpa, man. That's Divorcing the Black. Here's a woman who had it all. She was successful and all of that. And she was still getting dogged out by her husband. Still getting dogged out. Like, I'm telling you, man, what happens is in order to make them in order to make women feel special, he always uses a man as the antithesis of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? There's always a low down, dirty man involved, right? But the low down, dirty man only does certain things. So here's what happened. Wait till we get to Straw. We're going to really break down Straw. We got two more. We're going to do this one, Jazzman's Blues, and Straw. But Straw is a different beast. Think about all these characters we're hearing in all of these films right now. Here's a woman. She goes through this. I think she ended up getting her back broken, a pickup truck out in the field or something like that. Just one of those things, man, where it actually wasn't the thickest plot either, man. I ain't really like it that much either, man. It's just a wild dude, a crazy dude, man. Just brutalizing his old lady, man, and still married. She ended up, man, getting with somebody else. Just all that kind of crazy shit, man. One thing about this is this, brothers. If a woman sees what she thinks she wants in a man, she gonna get with that man, whether she has a man or not. So let's just forget about that. Here's a woman who got it all together and still getting, beat up and all of that. Then she finally fights back and she overcomes the situation like a superhero. You know what I mean? All right, Jazzman's Blues. This is the only true that I would call this. This was the only true romantic tale he's got in here. Not without his nuances, but here's a black guy way back in those days. And there's a white girl. She kind of has a tint on her like she's mixed with something else, but her parents are white. She's in the house with white parents. And they fall in love. And her parents literally have to force her not to deal with him, bro. I mean, they force her. Back in those days, you do what your parents tell you to do, unless you're gonna run away with somebody. And man, she was willing to sacrifice it all for him. All of it. You know what I mean? And later on, they end up meeting back up. She had already gone on and married the rich guy that her family wanted her to marry. And he went on and became this musician, man, this world-renowned musician. And now they end up linking back up, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't like it. Hey, brothers. Now that I think about it, man, I ain't like it, dog. I ain't like it. I couldn't finish watching it, man. I don't know how it ended. I couldn't finish watching it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It wasn't my type of thing, man. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show his idea of a black man having that type of woman who was sacrificed for him is a non-black woman. So I don't know how but they won't watch that called Jazzman's Blues because they see on the artwork, there's him. And then, hold up, let's go ahead and get to that, though, while I'm tripping. Here it is. So you see him right there. They weren't going to click on this because this was a story about, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a true love that never died. It was about that. And the fact that it was a non-black woman in the starring role, I don't even understand why they didn't go haywire about it because they don't care. They just skip it if they don't like it. They don't care how this man who has portrayed them as these damaged goods, he has forever perennially portrayed black women as damaged goods. And then when it comes to this story right here, he gives them another woman, a non-black woman. How does that work out? All right, brother, let's get into this last one. Let me get these super chats before we get into this straw, man. We ain't gonna be in here long, man. We already been in here an hour and 3 minutes, man. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to slide up out that thing. Ray Allen, appreciate the dime, man. Blessing, Doc, keeping us sharp. Why Did I Get Married was the best one. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, man. Akil, welcome back, brother. Welcome back. AB, appreciate the dub, man. Salute, Alphasphere, Brethren Kings. Blessings upon blessings. Doc, salute to you, brother. Salute to you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. All right, I think that might be it right there. All right, so in Straw, man, this woman had everything going wrong. And there was no man there to blame it on. You know what I mean? Now you could say, where the father wasn't there. Well, sometime, man, the woman run the man off. Sometime the woman leave the man. Every single mom ain't a single mom because the father left. Sometimes she left. Sometimes she ran him off. Sometimes she didn't do her part in a relationship that requires work from both parties. But here's the story. She ain't had no money. She worked at like Walmart or something like that, some little store like that. She had another job. I can't remember what the other job was. I don't even know if they ever showed it. But she had a sick kid. Her daughter was sick. I think her daughter was diabetic. Now, the medicine was expensive. She got fired from her job because she needed to go and pick her child up from school. She needed to go and give her child some food to eat at school. She got to the school. DHS was there. They took her kid. She went back to work. She took longer than the boss said she could. Her supervisor said she could. She got fired. She needed a check so she could pay rent because when she left home that morning, her landlord told her that you can get kicked out today. Now, I want you to think about all the shit that happened to her in one day. In one day. She got a call from work. She had to pick her daughter up. Her manager didn't want her to go. He let her go for 30 minutes. She tried to get her check. He wouldn't give it to her. She went. She told the woman she was going to be back at 10 on her break to pay the rent. Woman said, if you ain't, stuff going to be outside. She goes, she gives her daughter some, gives her daughter, that goes to feed her daughter. Then she come back to work. She's fired. Still can't get her check. She leaves and goes home. It's raining and all her shit is outside. She's been evicted in the rain. It's 5 things already. She goes to the school, her daughter, that DHS took her. This is when DHS took her daughter. Her daughter's gone. She go back to work to get her check. Somebody come in, rob the place, and she end up with the gun and shoot one of the robbers. Then on top of that, she shoots her boss while he's calling the police, telling the police that he thinks she set it up. She get her check, blood on the check. She going to the bank to cash her check. She still got the gun that she took from the dude, from the robber. She go in the bank, want to get her check cashed. She ain't got no ID. Somebody stole her ID. I think the robber who left stole her ID. So she ended up with her check. She put the gun on the counter. That's when the bank robbery started. The woman behind the counter started just giving her money. She don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. Why is she acting like this? I just want to cash my check. I just want my $500. I don't want the rest of this money. They triggered a silent alarm. The branch manager tell her, hey man, we being robbed, and she got a gun and a bomb. And that is the crux of the movie, inside the bank. The rest of the movie takes place inside the bank and outside the bank. They actually love this movie. You see them in the comments talk about, we all know somebody like this. You don't know no damn body that went through all of that in one day. Who you know that went through all of that in one day? End up robbing. And here's the crazy thing, dog. They championed the movie. And all they say is they cried throughout the whole movie. That's that trigger shit, dog. Man, let me tell you something, bro. The fact, I don't know what kind of agent he is, bro. I don't know what's the goal, the end goal. But this movie proves that the goal to get them emotionally traumatized beyond repair has been proven to be complete now. Because let me tell y'all something. This shit didn't even have a happy ending. The movie ended with her being driven away in a police car about to be charged with armed robbery, dog. Even if she get off with the armed robbery, bro, and here's the thing, bro. She ain't gonna get off with the armed robbery because even to get her check cash, she popped the gun up on the counter intentionally. So she might not get off with robbing the bank for the entire amount. But bro, the movie ended with this woman in the back of a police car going to jail. He don't even have to give them a happy ending no more. They don't care about the ending. They just want the trauma. They ain't even got to be a happy ending no more. Dog, they don't want the happy ending. They just want trauma every day in their life. They just want drama every day in their life. They just want pain every day in their life. They just want grief every day in their life. They don't want no relief every day in their lives. Bro, I ain't got time for that. You ain't got time for that. All they want is the trauma and the drama. They don't need anything else. And I'm going to be honest with you. If that's the world that we're going to live in, bro, I ain't finna deal with now one of these women over here, dog. I can't tell you the last time I met a woman, dog, who didn't already have trauma in her life. It's been 20 years. Honestly, bro, it's been 20 years since I met a woman who wasn't still dealing with her trauma. 20 years. It's honestly, bro, it's been 20 years since I met a woman, man, who ain't been dealing with no trauma. I'm telling my man, they be dealing with straight up trauma. You know, whatever they age are, they be dealing with trauma. You meet them, dog, you get to know them, you realize they on psychotropics. You know, they all taking brain meds. Man, I don't want a woman taking brain meds, dog. I think that's worst kind of meds. Cause brain meds, dog, they're not healing anything. They're not gonna fix anything. They're just keeping you sane. They're keeping you from flashing out. They keep you, whatever your problem is, those brain meds keep you from crossing the line to where you go over and harm yourself or somebody else. But this is the world we live in. We live in a world where these women around out, all they want is trauma. That's it. That's why they go after the thugs, because there's some trauma there. You might get beat up. You know, you might be riding somewhere with their dude and somebody shoot at him. That means they shooting at you. He might go to prison. You got to go down to the prison and deal with all that foolishness you got to go through to visit somebody in prison. Y'all might be somewhere, man. He might get to fighting in public and tie the place up. He might be out there sleeping with so many women, bring you back a STI. It's all trauma. It's all drama, dog. You might have to fight his baby mama. All trauma, all drama. And I just want y'all to understand that Tyler Perry's movie Straw is the last straw we should need in order to show you, in order to show me, in order to show us that dating and mating the modern American woman is done. Oh, in the movie Straw, her daughter died too. Add that to the list of things. She went through while she was in the bank, FBI trying to come in and take her out. She got the news that her daughter died too. Bro, all of this happened in one day. One day. Come on, man. Bro, who even wants that amount of drama piled up on them in one movie? Dog, I don't want that drama piled. Listen, bro, I'm just telling y'all right now, man. Man, these women have lost it, dog. They got things going on in their brain, dog, that they probably won't recover from. And I just want y'all to understand that. So let's give Tyler Perry some props for doing whatever he did all over these years. Now, we see how it affected them, but what it did is open our eyes to the fact that if it's not trauma or drama, they don't want it. They don't want it. Jazzman's Blues and the 6888 are the movies that they watched the least. There are more of them that watch Mea Culpa than the 6888. There are more of them that watch Divorce in the Black than the 6888. There's many more of them that watch Diary of a Mad Black Woman than the 6888. You think about the name of a movie called Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And that has been his MO ever since. And I just picked these 15 movies, dog. There's probably 30 of them. I just picked these 15. And that's it, brothers. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all comment down below, man. Y'all share this video as well, man. Share this stream, brother. Share it. I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all get on out of here, man. Johnny Winston, I see you, man. Appreciate you, bro. HG, man, I see you. Stanton Howard, man, I see you pulled up in here. Mr. J, I see you, man. Miguel, what up with you, man? I see you pulled up in the joint. Duff, what up with your man? Rayshard Smith. Man, I ain't even watch Acrimony, dog. I ain't watch Acrimony. Like, I'm done. I ain't watching no more Tyler Perry movies ever. I'm done. I ain't have it in me to watch another one. I can't do it, man. Pastor Eck, I see you, bro. I can't do it, man. I'm done. Brother X the Plug, what up, man? I see you in the building, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute. Let's get ready to slide on out of here, man. I got to ride, man. I got to get on out of here, man. Ray Allen said why to get married was the best one. Yeah, it was thorough, man. It was actually a more realistic one. All right, brothers. Peace.